Greetings and salutations, everybody. Welcome back to another week in anime. And today we are jumping into episode 3 of Harukana Receive, which is available right now over on Funimation and Crunchyroll, depending on if you want the dub or the sub. And if you don't want both, feel free to hit up Vorp, because that is, well, I've been watching it. And we are off into episode 3 here. And the question is, have the animation got any better? Let's find out. So, episode 3 picks up in actually a new area now. We are moving closer and closer into the school year for all the characters. And we ended up picking up the episode right at the beginning of Harukana actually doing paperwork to actually enter the school system on this island. As she get done, we find out that her cousin have technically been kidnapped by the one of the two new characters we ended up seeing at the end of the last episode. The two little blonde ladies actually get properly introduced here, and honestly, they are not rivals. They are not anything. They pretty much, I get the way to say it, the same character as Harukana and or cousin. But that's not exactly a bad thing here. Because then we find out from the characters, the two blonde ladies are called twin sisters, who also play volleyball, who also know Harukana's cousin from back when she did play volleyball before she ended up having all issues and running away, and all the shenanigans I've been building up to that point. And ended up finding out the two characters are trying to recruit people for the volleyball club, which, as you can figure, didn't take very long to get Harukana into it, and eventually old cousin kind of come to terms with it and decide to join as well. And the most part of the episode is half an introduction to them and a half of way more character drive, or I get exposition for a cousin and what really going on with Orb. And then we truly do at that point really do feel like Harukana is nothing more than just a character to get us into this, and nothing more as of now. Since we ended up finding out here at the two characters recruit them into the volleyball scene and playing with them with a little plastic game, ended up finding out that, of course, which at that point is starting to get a little old, just a tiny bit, so hopefully that's not going to become a thing fully. But in that volleyball game with them, of them just plasticating, I get getting a vibe with each other, or how they are on the field, or the sand, however you want to put that. Ended up finding out that Harukana's cousin does have some more drama, or more, emo tendencies, I guess. Ended up realizing that in a certain move that required using two hands and hitting volleyball with it. Well, I get two fingers, not two hands. You do two hands anyway. But two fingers hitting the volleyball, she actually had another issue with, and bring back any more horrible memory for. And in return, finding out that she was a power player, but for whatever reason other than she seemed to be very much caught up on being short and not thinking she can be a power player, for whatever reason the move reminded her of that, and she got a little, mopey for a bit of the episode, which is becoming a trend, which, like I say, getting a little kind of iffy. So yeah, hopefully we move away from that. But during all this, it's pretty much a very quick wrap up of giving her another mental tick to get any more backstory into or relationship with her at volleyball partner. And we got a little bit of an origin story from this, actually going into how she met her. With her partner being a new student coming in, and or just thinking she is cool and trying to figure out how cute to befriend her. And of course, we find out that her mother, the one who at that point had passed away, and we haven't heard any detail more so than she really dead. Ended up telling on like the best way to become friends with the new character or the new chain student is to try to recruit them to play volleyball. And in return, or mother talking or into doing volleyball as well, since she wasn't for it at all. The origin story here is okay. It good to see how they met, and it kind of do the whole setup of all coming to terms with all issues. And realizing she had the problem, not everybody else, and she had the one running away from the whole volleyball thing. But it don't really answer the question. It just seemed kind of dumb to actually have all being like, I don't know if I could be a power player. And if she was a power player in the flashbacks, and since she was in the championship and won multiple games, it's like, what made you change your mind? That seemed a little random. I have no idea. It's becoming a little frustrating now, and just like, what was the point of that? Like, okay, yeah, she's short, and like, that didn't stop her from being a capable player in volleyball. Why would that really matter? But whatever on that. Maybe that's something that can be talked about later. It could be another mental tip, which I say could go in more so in the whole Barry becoming old at that point with oral issues. Like, I get the simple issues of oral relationship and whatnot. Since at the end of the day, this is technically slice of life meet a port anime, but it's still a slice of life nonetheless. So, like, okay, it's fine for you to have issue, but keep piling on the issues, especially minor ones that in return just seem very dumb when they're kind of playing it. It's just not helping her character at that point. But with that being said, she is obviously still the main character here, with the story still being driven behind her on a flashback, and Haruka just being, well, there. Which in return, I get technically bring it to the two new characters that was introduced, the two twins here. And pretty much, not a lot to say about the character as of now, other than they are pretty much, I get the way to put it, the more outgoing version of Haruka and her cousin, with the older sibling being way more punctured, hyper, and giddy, similar to Haruka is, or younger sister or twin sister by a few seconds being the more level-headed and more, I get, more straightforward type of character. And other will kind of feel like what would happen if Haruka's cousin wasn't so mopey. It really do feel like that the case here. And pretty much the episode itself does a fairly decent job introducing them, and honestly kind of getting the vibe across that they might in return be a little more the comic relief of this season or TV series. And in return to show like what would happen if you take the main character and her cousin and make them a little more peppy, I guess. With a little bit more of also being probably going to be a little more comedic on the side of the fan service, since most of the fan service in this episode come from them two, and just the deep regard that the older sister have, well, the younger one, it kind of like off-putting by it all, but still kind of going along with it, but not happy about it type of deal. But yeah, pretty much the whole episode at that point is just going into all of that, which with the episode ending with Haruka and her cousin actually joining the volleyball club and entering as a official team into some upcoming tournaments. And that pretty much what the episode ends, with them 100% coming to tournament like, hey, we're going to do this. We're going to play volleyball, and we're going to enter the competition. And that is pretty much episode 3 in a nutshell. Pretty much the only real stuff of interest that really happened in the episode is, of course, the two new characters and the whole like origin story of how they started playing volleyball with Haruka's cousin. And that was pretty much about it. But we did get two other little bits of this episode that is new to all of this, which is, of course, we actually did get our intro and outro with our OP being way more like I get happy and very much of a summertime vibe. I have no idea since watching the dub of this. Did not have like any subtitles or anything for the song itself. I will leave in the description below a link to the songs if you are interested in listening to them or picking them up and whatnot. But I do gotta say, the opening really did do a good job of really getting a quote like this. Happy summertime, like island paradise vibe, which honestly was very impressed by of how well it actually do that. For what the lyrics are saying, I have no idea, so I'm just going totally off of how it sounds here. And of course, the ending one is way more, I get odd. I get the way to put it, because the ending credits is not really anything to do with volleyball at all. It just seemed like a very much of like a art student type of deal, of all the characters in line paper drawing each other and then transforming to said character they were drawing and then to another character, and just like an endless loop of someone drawing in a book, that page becoming the character they drawing, and then that character start drawing the next character. It was odd. Don't get me wrong, it was neat, to look at, but nothing like super eye-catching and probably multiple viewings. It seemed one of the things that is just extremely odd, especially since it line paperwork while they are in school. Well, we start going into that in the next few episodes, which we might be. I don't know. It just seemed out of place for the outro as of now. Anyway, like I said, might grow on me, might change as we get farther into the story. Especially just the idea of doing it in a like high school like desk area just seemed odd. Especially since all 3 episodes we spent over half of every episode hanging out playing volleyball. Which in return, I guess, is a good thing, since, you know, this is a volleyball sport anime, with most of the slice of life stuff being in the beginning and in the end. So, yeah. Anyway, that is Haiku, episode 3. If you do, once again, want to check this out, it is available right now over on Crunchyroll and Vorb and, of course, Funimation as well. So, anyway, I think that will do it for me. Let me know in the comments. What do you guys think of the brand new character? Like them? Hate them? Think they're dumb? Or gonna be quite pointless? Let me know. Let me know in the comment below, and I will be sure to be down there discussing it with all you wonderful people. So yeah, if you are new to Anime Review, of course, I've been your wonderful host, Troy, doing all sorts of video here on YouTube, and of course, reviewing all sorts of anime and video game stuff, so pretty much anything in the otaku area, we will cover. So, once again, don't forget, like, favorite, subscribe, hit some bells, do some comments, do what you do, and I will catch you in the next video. So, till then, have a good one, guys. Bye.